Our team basically is our solution is to reduce the barriers for video visits. So our solution is basically we're trying to reduce the barriers for virtual visits for senior citizens that may have challenges with technology, like with they might be scared with the experience that they have to go through to join a virtual visit. And this is our team that worked on this project. So the problem again is that we have some patients that may go to they might call a clinic just to request a virtual visit, but for some reason they might face challenges like turning on the camera, making sure that they're not on mute. So we're trying to find a solution to help them streamline that process. So besides that, if they're having this type of issues, it might prevent the patients from going to from joining virtual visits for some visits that they can join via virtual visit instead of driving all the way to the hospital. And also the clinics might lose revenue because of that. So our team used the whiteboard and the empathy map to capture the needs of our persona. Our persona is Gerald. He is an 80 years old Marine veteran who needs to go through virtual visits sometimes, but struggles with technology. They also have difficulties understanding if they have internet connectivity, if the camera is on or off, or the microphone as well. So what we're trying to do is it's a solution that is very short and simple. We're trying to basically, if they call the clinic, they can get a person to help them with scheduling the virtual visit, and an email or text message is sent to the patient, and they can just click on that link, and through that link that would pop up a bot, conversational bot that will ask them if this is their first visit. If it's not, then if this is their first visit, then we will just redirect them to a link that will do a diagnostic on the device to see like if they're ready for a virtual visit uh, by checking to see if their camera they have a camera on the phone, if it's functional, and just bringing them just giving them a feedback to say, okay, yes, you're ready for the virtual visit. Either click here to join the visit or join the visit at the day and time of your meeting. We did make some assumptions here. Basically, this would work for one-time meetings as well as recurring meetings. The patient is familiar with how to use a smartphone. They know how to send text messages and receive text messages. And the teams and ACS from the basis of the provider experience. Gerald does not have to install. They don't have to install they don't have to install Teams on their device. This is all done through a browser, just to simplify the whole process. And with that, I will let Frederick from our team just provide a demo.
Almost everybody knows how to text, so rather than forcing like maybe another app or something along those lines, just create a chat bot that would, and we designed it in such a way that it would never lead to an unresolved action. It's always going to end with them either it being ready to go or being put in contact with a person who can help them walk them through the remaining steps. So the first part was we just modified the greetings so that we could say the normal standard system greeting that comes with the bot, and just say, instead of talking to a representative, talk to a person, and that this sounds like a simple one right here, but we talked about this quite a bit, is a lot of times older people especially, don't know they're online when they're online. So we just thought, we would put something in there like, hey, if you made it this far, you're online and ready to go. Just type continue to start. And just from working with, my in-laws and everything who are in their 70s, they really have no concept of what, online is. So just, I think, helping set the expectation right at the level, or right at the beginning, will eliminate a lot of undue calls right there. And then we set up an escalate so that when it is escalated from whatever portion of the chatbot, it would just be directed to here. And the bulk of what's going on is in the virtual visit. When they type continue, they'll come here. It will tell them, is this your first visit using this device to connect to a virtual visit? And then we have some logic built around yes, no, and I don't know. Some options will take them directly to where it says, okay, great, let me see if I get over there. Great, this confirms you're online and have the necessary tools and permissions, and they're looking forward to your next virtual visit. Please hit the link provided and just, tells them what their next step's going to be for the meeting. And then if they say no or don't know, anything that indicates a negative, well, we built in enough logic to complete the chatbot, but not enough to really show what everything can be done within the chatbot, because you could also do calls out to, say, Power Automate to do various functions. But again, we're keeping it very simple. So this is just, we're putting in a link that would be comparable to some kind of tech checker for your browser to make sure that the technology is in there. And then after that, we have, was this tech checker successful? If they hit yes, then we go to the great, you're done response. If not, we run them back through the checker again. And if it comes back with another negative response, it gets escalated to a engineer or a scheduling assistant. Mm-hmm. So you can see, I'll just test the bot from within here. So I'll type hello. And you can see it comes up and says the verbiage that we put in there, and that, great, you're online, ready to start. Go ahead and type continue. And we'll just go with the answer of I don't know. And then I'll give them what they would need to do as part of getting the tech checker completed. And then it'll ask them again, was this, or it'll ask them, was this successful? If they say, I don't know again, as an example, it'll go through it again. And then we actually need to put a pause in here, but then you can see at the bottom, it does hand them off to a actual live person. And then I'm going to jump over here to Teams. So we've published the chatbot, made it available as an app from within Teams so that we can direct them via link to Teams, or as you can see, the chatbot's right here in Teams. So hello. And we get the same responses we did through the test bot, and we've also included it as a embedded link within SharePoint. And I already have one going over here, so I'll just hit continue. And you can see you can get a consistent experience between the test, the inside Teams, and within SharePoint.